The Highway 26 rivalry is alive and well between the Barrie Colts and the Owen Sound Attack. This one got heated even before the game got started. Noah Roberts at center ice during the warm-up, taking exception with both Kayshawn Aitchison and Evan Passmore. It looked like some pucks were being fired back and forth at one another, and then Roberts and Crombie met at center ice as they were being reacquainted, as it's the first of 6 meetings this season between these two rivals, and wouldn't you know it, we'd have a scrap within the first few minutes of this hockey game as Noah Roberts would battle it out with Calvin Crombie. A spirited battle between those two veterans for the respective teams, but an entertaining tilt nonetheless. And then Brad Gardner, he's off to a hot start, scored a goal in the game against Guelph last weekend, nearly got one early in this hockey game as he struck iron, as the Colts having issues finding the back of the net against Carter George, but Gardner would not be outdone. Creates the turnover at his own blue line, took the puck away from Jacob Therrien, and would skate one-on-one on George and tuck it through the 5-hole, making it a 1-0 hockey game. Now, the Colts didn't have that many opportunities in the first period. It was dominated by the Owen Sound Attack. They put 24 shots on goal, but Ben Hrebik turned aside all 24. If it wasn't for Hrebik, this game would have been lopsided. Owen Sound winning the possession game. They were getting all the shots. Just Hrebik making the stops, and it wasn't just perimeter shots. The Attack doing a great job making Hrebik go east-west in his own crease, but the Attack just not able to solve the Colts goaltender. So going into the second period, the Attack, they just took the puck and basically played keep away from the Barrie Colts to start off the second frame. And with that, Justin Hanser was getting frustrated. It looked like he had his stick knocked out of his hands by an Owen Sound player, but because of his frustration, Tristan DeLille was able to get some space and deflected the shot from the point and tied the game at 1, and that was early in the second period. And then Elliot Arnett and Evan Passmore, they would drop the gloves, and what happened was Evan Passmore threw a hit, and Arnett took exception to it. He got the instigator, but a good takedown there from Arnett, although Passmore put him in a headlock, and there really wasn't much that he could do about that. But still, like I said, this was a heated rivalry game between Owen Sound and Barrie, and still, the goaltending sensational for both Barrie and Owen Sound. Into the third period, tempers got the best of Calvin Crombie and Jacob Therrien. So what happened was, they were wrestling at center ice, and then they crossed paths again at the Colts blue line. The two of them were wanting to drop the gloves and waiting for the other to drop first. Crombie eventually dropped his one glove, but Therrien skated away, so the referees sent both of them off the ice, and the two of them were jawing at one another in the penalty box. The timekeeper actually started yelling at the players to sit down. It was policing in the penalty box, as there's no divider here at the Saddlin Arena. So these two players able to jaw at one another. The timekeeper had to get involved. Eventually the two would settle down, but it was just a heated game both on and off the ice here tonight between the Barrie Colts and the Owen Sound Attack. After that, more huge saves from both Ben Hrebik and Carter George, and both goaltenders just stellar. We would need overtime in this game. Back and forth they went the extra frame. Alex Asadorian had a breakaway. Mason Ray had a breakaway, but they could not beat the goaltenders. So ultimately, we needed a shootout to solve this one. It went 4 rounds, and Jacob Therrien with the game winner. So that's back-to-back games where Therrien was the hero for the Owen Sound Attack. So Owen Sound 2-0 to start the season, while the Barrie Colts 1-0-1. Your 3 stars, Tristan DeLille, your 3rd star with a goal. Brad Gardner was the 2nd star with a goal, and then Ben Hrebik named the 1st star, making 49 saves. So what a game it was here tonight. Like I said, Owen Sound dominated. If it wasn't for the play of Ben Hrebik, Owen Sound should have won this game, just with the amount of shots, 50-24. The Attack, what a game they played, but the Colts kept in it by Ben Hrebik. They got a point, which is the main thing, but we'll see what happens next, because for the Barrie Colts, they now have to play the Windsor Spitfires Saturday night here at the Saddlin Arena. That game will be on Rogers TV. While the Owen Sound Attack, it's their home opener Saturday against the Kitchener Rangers, and then these two teams will play again Sunday afternoon at the Bay Shore, and you can catch that broadcast, or the radio broadcast, here on the channel. So stay tuned for that live stream coming up on Sunday. So that's it from the Saddleland Arena. 2-1 final, shootout victory for the Owen Sound Attack. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Talk to you again soon.